Just a quickie, let's discuss the weather. It's always a topic in Great Britain because we get such terrible weather, windy, wet, and it can happen any time of year, like now. Like now, it's the middle of June and it's cold. Today it's 11 degrees where I am, and I've got a vest on and socks in my Crocs, and I'll be putting my body warmer on when I go outside with my dog shortly. But the thing is, we can always rely on experts. We've relied on them quite a bit this last few years, and a lot of them have been found to be guessing and wrong. But here we have a clip of Jim Dale, the GB News appointed weather expert for debates and other such things. Apparently he's very highly qualified. He's got the lowest qualification called a weather observer, I believe. He got it in the Navy. That's when you look outside and see what the weather's doing. Jim has sophisticated equipment. Me too. So let's hear what Jim predicted for the month of April this year.
So next expectation is we're going to see a switch change. Come April, watch it, okay? I'll say it on this programme now. We will see hot weather start to bake in during the course of April and at times in the summertime.
So we'll see hot weather to bake in April. We're sat here in June still waiting to be baked. Jim looks like he likes a drink to me. I'm just having a look at him. Looks like I might like a few whiskies, but I could be wrong. Jim is self-appointed as this weather guru, and he's been wrong quite a number of times, which is awkward when you're setting yourself up as an expert. And Peter Jeffries came on my thread and explained the qualifications. If you look on my Twitter page, this little short clip is pinned there, and Peter Jeffries explaining his qualifications, i.e. Jim Dale's. What's it like working with Sid James? I can't help thinking that every time I see him. There's a lot of money to be made in this industry. Climate claptrapping is $1.5 trillion a year. Now this is an industry where people fly around the globe, basically in comfortable aircrafts, many club class, and stay in luxury hotels with fluffy towels that, remember the oceans, to talk about the weather and how they can do things. Al Gore hasn't got one prediction right in 33 years. The number 3 figures in Al Gore's life a lot. I should really be like a clairvoyant, having visions. 33 years Al's been at it and he still hasn't got a prediction right, but he's managed to accrue $330 million, a fortune. People who are telling you how devastating it's going to be, like Bill Gates, all have seafront villas, which I always find amazing, because if I was worried about some Armageddon sea rises, the last place I would be is near the coast. I'd be more inland, up a mountain. There's a lot of debate on this topic. Not sure how far you can go on this with YouTube, because I'm new to this, because obviously my copycat has kept me away from YouTube. I didn't know he was ripping me off. But he still is, sadly, on every channel. I'd like to see what your thoughts are in the thread about where you see we are with our weather. It's the middle of June. It's particularly cold. It's how it is. If you want to know what the weather's like, look at your garden, look at your plants. Everything's a bit behind because we've not had any weather. Dandelions have been prolific on lawns because we've had a lot of rain. My husband's golf has been cancelled many times, playing off winter greens for longer because of the weather. Now, this is why maybe they use the term climate change rather than global boiling, as that bloke in the EU said. He'll never live that one down, will he? So please tell me on the thread your interpretation of people like Jim Dale especially, who said in one of his interviews on Sky News that climate deniers should be criminalised. So people who doubt what he says should be criminalised. I think China's the place for him, because if you've got any dissenters there in China, they just bloody disappear, don't they? How can you even think that anybody can't discuss their version of what they think the weather is? And we can't just discuss it openly. Why do we have to take his version of events when people like David Bellamy, who completely denied it, far more qualified than him, get cancelled? You don't see them again. I mean, obviously the guy's died now, but tell me what you think on the thread.